All of our counties, all of our cities have been centralized. The National Association of Counties, National Association of Cities, National Association of Governors. It's all centralized. We're getting the same laws Australia and Canada and England and Germany are getting. When the IMF comes in and bankrupts your country by design, they give you hundreds of rules you've got to follow. And all over the world, free speech is being thrown out. All over the world, police are taking DNA and blood samples without warrants. All over the world, classical freedom's being destroyed, and classical tyranny is replacing it. Now, I want to shift gears for the lady who called in earlier and was saying, I never hear the so-called conservatives attacking Ron Paul. Well, if you're missing it, I don't know how you're missing it, because I'm not even watching these shows, and I see the clips every few days. Coming up in a moment, Hannity says Ron Paul is nuts, while he had Chuck Norris, one of our frequent guests, on the show. But first, I want to play a clip. We have this article posted at prisonplanet.com and Infowars.net if you want to watch the whole video clip. I'm just going to play part of it. Chuck Norris, Copenhagen talks to forge one world order. Now, notice Norris is saying, I think this is what they're going to do. No, Ban Ki-moon, the head of the UN, the Secretary General, wrote an editorial for the New York Times titled, We Can Do It, where he said global government, global governance, the greenhouse tax will finance this. And this allows an unelected private group to run our lives. This bypasses Congress, just like the World Trade Organization bypasses Congress on trade. That's why we can never get out of NAFTA and GATT, which has deindustrialized our country. You know, I've talked to Chuck Norris privately 2 years ago, a year ago, 5-6 months ago, and I said, Chuck, look at their records, because he was still pushing this Republican line. And I said, look, they're there to control real conservatives. We're the real natural enemy, libertarians, conservatives, constitutionalists of the globalist. And so notice how they always give us lip service but sell us out. If you want to beat the New World Order, you've got to truly take over the Republican Party with a patriot movement, because the Democrats are globalist all the way. You've got to take over the Republican Party. You can't let these rhinos continue to control it. And he said, you're right, Alex. You're right. You're right. So Chuck is really starting to step it up and do the right thing. And he's got Hannity sitting there sniping at Ron Paul. And it's disgusting. Look, we know Anderson Cooper's for world government. We know Barack Obama is. They won't deny it. They're pushing it. Instead, the fake conservatives are there saying none of it exists. We're nuts because we'll read official UN treaties. No, we're not nuts. We're right, and you know it, and your cover's blown, you Benedict Arnolds. Second hour, straight ahead, your phone calls, and a lot more, and the flu news. It's key. Call everybody you know. Tell them tune in. We are back live now into the second hour. Coming up in the next segment, we're going to continue with your phone calls. I'm going to get into the latest flu developments. And Obama supports treaty outlawing gun possession. Reuters reporting that they're going to go ahead and try to sign on to the treaty. Man, it's amazing. And they're about to bring immigration reform. The New York Times admits gleefully that means total illegal alien legalization. So that is coming up. Right now, let's go to David in New Jersey. David, you're on the air. Welcome.
I didn't hear it. Hello?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Oh, good. Last Friday I tried calling into your show, but I guess you had a refeed going?
Yes.
Well, anyway, I wanted to call in and tell you about the health care reform bill and the cap and trade bill. The health care reform bill is supposed to pass on Tuesday. Yes,
it's going to the full floor on the 17th. After Fox News told us over and over again that it was never going to pass the House and then never going to get out of committee in the Senate. Oh, lo and behold, it looks like it is. Did you see the show Wednesday or hear it when I played the Fox News clips where they bragged that they're for global warming tax?
Oh, yes, sir. At the beginning of the, I don't know if it was the third hour, I think. I don't know. But I actually took that show. I uploaded it to YouTube, but I got, like, no views. I got like less than 100 views, unfortunately. I made a thread on the Opposing Planet board. I got the moderator saying to sticky the thread, but I had to stop it. There was even one clip where it says, let's see, flashback, Obama stating he's against forced insurance. Those were during the debates before he got elected as president. Actually, he wasn't elected, he was elected, but I don't know. By the way, the health care bill is more like a health care
Takeover.
Sabotage bill. It just ruins everything.
It's just the private banks through government seizing more of our economy. I appreciate your call. Listen, we post the TV and radio show in higher quality to prisonplanet.tv for members, but then it also gets posted to the Alex Jones channel. And, you know, the average video gets 10,000 views in a week, but hundreds of other smaller channels may get thousands, may get hundreds, but a lot of you doing that together has a lot of power, so don't feel bad that you reached 100 people. Really, that's a great job. Let's go to Julio in Illinois. Go ahead.
Alex, how are you?
Good.
I just want to say thank you so much for all you have done. I've started listening to you since the summer. You've really inspired me. I go to school here at Western Illinois University in Macomb, Illinois. They're handing out free H1N1 nasal vaccinations and the regular injections. And
well, you know what the medical doctors say? They handed out the nasal first because the insert admits it actually spreads the real flu.
Right, and I read those inserts from the exact same pharmaceutical company that was distributing these nasal vaccines, and I was out at these clinics handing out the documents to people, and we had the university health doctors, you know, handing out reports from the CDC, and one of their members was calling me a conspiracy theorist and pointing and laughing at me.
Now, see, that's key. That's key. Hold on just a minute, because that's what happens. They have the doctors out handing out fake myth sheets that say no mercury, can't cause Guillain-Barré, can't cause all these disorders, and then you have the actual insert from the vaccine company, and you're a conspiracy theorist. That's what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah, that's what they do nationwide. So what did you say to them?
Well, you know, I was telling them that was, you know, very disrespectful, pointing at me and, you know, laughing at me, telling me, you know, harassing people, calling me a conspiracy theorist. And I told them, go to Infowars.com, watch, you know, Endgame, watch the Obama, just open your mind, educate yourself. Mainstream media is going to tell you about this information. And he kept on antagonizing me, calling me a nut job. And, you know, continuously conspiracy. Everyone.
Yeah. Listen, hold on. I would have just ignored them and moved on to those that cared. They're being paid to go out and lie. They didn't want you reaching other people. Did you just ignore them? This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
All right, coming up, I'm going to get into all the important developments concerning the flu, the deaths, the illnesses being caused by the vaccine all over the world. It's in the Sunday Express. It's in the Associated Press. It's in Time Magazine. Everywhere, admitting that deaths are occurring. People are getting sick from the flu shot. They started the similar swine flu shot back in 1976, and for a few months denied deaths were happening. But it got so big, the number of deaths, and it got so big in the local media, they had to come out and admit it and suspend the flu inoculation program. Now, top scientists in Ukraine are saying they believe that the different vaccines have mutated in the human body, making this new super flu. So we're going to be going over that after we take some more phone calls. First, I wanted to go back to an article we wrote at Infowars.com on May 3rd. Obama supports treaty outlawing gun possession. And this was first reported back in May of this year that Obama was looking at bypassing Congress, because if the president can sign a treaty, he can then bypass Congress with laws. That's what the Copenhagen Treaty is on greenhouse gas. Well, here's WorldNet Daily. Obama revives talk of UN gun control. Gun rights supporters are up in arms over a pair of moves the White House made in the past month to reverse longstanding U.S. policy and begin negotiating a gun control treaty with the United Nations.